Hello Capricorn, and welcome to a timeless justice for Capricorn reading, where we discuss the topic of justice, however the energy is on this channel, which is for Sekhmet. We'd like to have a conversation. I run two sister channels. As I already mentioned, this is Sekhmet's. To get to his sister channel of Busted, feel free to check out the description box below. Bear in mind that you have tapped into collective reading that I 7th am holding at this time. You may find that these energies may come off as merciful and or merciless to you. Again, that is in true form. However, the energies of Sekhmet would like to deliver her plea bargain. Whatever brings you here, however you're associated to the terminology of Capricorn and or the latter, is in true fitting form as to how and why you can be here to this storytelling time. Bear in mind, again, this is not a one-to-one. This is a collective. So utilize your discernment. Take what you like. Leave anything behind with me as you may not have liked it. Remember that femininity and masculinity both have feminine and masculine qualities, so it is non-gender specific. As already mentioned, this is one of two channels. To gain access as to the other one, the description box will have that for you. You'll also find there my website that you can find out more information as to who and what I am as 7th. And then some. Alright, I am 7th, aka Master 7th, that reads these energies for you. I'm a master healer that provides remote wellness, alignments, and tarot intuitive insights such as this. Justice for Capricorn. Capricorn, you're slowly going to come out of your depression, okay? And you're going to understand this. You're going to understand it. You're going to understand it so that wherever you are even like a fraction out of it, you're going to use that new foundation to build. You're going to build yourself. You're going to build integrity. You're going to build dignity. You're going to build time off. You're going to build time in. You're going to build emotional availability for yourself that you very much need. Very much need. You haven't been very emotionally available for yourself in, you say how long. All right. I just see that whatever was not good, whatever was fishy before in life, 2026 is going to be about telling you why. And it's going to be such an acceptance that you're excited about it. Because you have been putting in a lot of work, a lot of frustration to be out of the place that you have been in. But the frustration has put you right back into where you were and the frustration. And I do think you have made lots of different decisions as of lately in the last 6 months or so, maybe even going back a year, where you slowly started integrating different pathways in your life without you really knowing it. You might have met a new person, not romantic, but just met an influence in your life, and meeting that influence in your life have perpetuated differences. And you're going to end up more with that in 2026. You're going to realize why nothing that did not work in your favor wasn't meant to work in your favor. In the last Virgo reading that I just got done doing, I said that there is a lot of attraction to said Virgo because it seems to be that a lot more people need to experience said Virgo and not Virgo experiencing the people. And that is coming up to you as well. So you may have Virgo in your chart, for those of you who may know that about yourself or not. Or it can just be of influence, right? Or the message. But that's also integrated for you to remember that people are meant to experience one another. But once you understand that it doesn't have to be a mutual agreement, you'll have a better understanding as to where to really place these people and their influence in your life, why they're there. And if you need to adjust, or if you need to set the items to a different shelving area. I think that is what's absolutely warranted. Some of you want to start a family, and I think that will also come. There is a belief of someone being too old to have children, and that's an outdated fear now, slowly coming outdated. If the body is ready and able and willing and can, then it's the gift. Okay. All right, we have the King of Swords, Judgment, and Knight of Wands. There's a lot of character developments, okay? I don't know how old you are in your life, and I don't know where you are in that lifetime or in that point to consider where in your life, if it's now or in the past, to be the trouble area. That I don't know. But what I can tell you is that it is right now, currently, all up in the past. And future is not real. And if that's like a fucking mind fuck for people, it's to teach them the present moment. The gift of unboxing that will help you alleviate the concerns of needing to perfect the yesterday that's not coming back, pardon me, or a future that you're uncertain is going to show up. The gift of the present teaches you this shit. And if you're surrounded by people who make that difficult for you to live out into the truest form of authentic expression, these can be the push and pulls and distractions of life that either represent working in our favor or working against us. And this is where we can hear the wolf's cries, because it's when are we going to take accountability for some of these actions, when we need to maybe disassociate, dislocate, adjust, reshuffle, or remove. Control, alt, delete, or defragment. Okay? There's a lot of collective fear to hear out of collective judgment. You can blame media for that shit. You really can. But through all this external storm, there's also an excitement about it, right? It's life. Like you don't want to completely disassociate and not get triggered by going out. I mean, some of you are in the last thread of like, work is all I have to get me out of the fucking house. And that's depressing. That's depression, right? That's compression. Feeling obligated to go, knowing you don't want to go there, but that is a thing that has to happen to logistically take care of the aspects that are tangible in life. That word is so heavy in this round of readings. Tangibility this, tangibility that. But, and with that little, I lost my train of thought. Ooh. Excuse me. Are some of you healing? Yes, you've been healing for a while. You may actually also have a practicing healer in your life. And that is going to do, I mean, it's just going to teach you aspects of yourself that you were just insecure to accept about you. And you never maybe had the permission to really be accepted with all the complexities that make you you. And that sense of injustice is no longer allowed to roam the stratosphere of you, Capricorn, especially if you are the element of the surprise within the reading that is to be loved, that is to be justified, that is to be explored and be magnetized to and away from. That's how the message wants to say. I mean, I don't know what else to say it the way than the way I said it. No. I hope this makes sense in however it can. Now I'm picking up your like insecurity and like timidness, like I'm all insecure and shit. Like, no. Can't catch me. Page of Swords. Some of you understand that turning into a child is that pure form of acceptance. Not because you're immature and childish, because you're the frequency of what it means to be free. I mean, what the fuck? How else am I supposed to explain that? To live in your childlike essence is the most purest form we can ask you to exist in. That's where you're going to be cautious. That's where you're going to be excited. That's where you're going to be a little bit authentic to what your fears are. That's where you might be very quiet or very loud. You might be angry. You might be sad. Human is in that. Human expression is in that. Innocence is to be found in that. Because if you're innocent, then you know what it means to be guilty of innocence. All right. I don't really have anything else for you, Capricorn. I don't really know where this is going. I'm picking up a lot more of the anxiety that is like trying to be at war with your ego. And it's not necessary. There needs to be like a look ahead kind of approach to this shit and put the blinders on and just keep it pushing. Keep it fucking pushing. Like, you don't owe people who did not learn the lessons from mommy and daddy the role of mommy and daddy. That's a big one. All right, you just don't. I don't know if you saw that, Queen of Swords. All right, yeah, I really don't have anything to say, but I'm being told to pull one more card. All right, Six of Cups. Why is that here? Just, I guess maybe reconciling with the past that you've had, you know, with how hard you've been on yourself, how majority of why you think the way you do is not your fault. It's just how you operate and triggers coming in to trigger that within you. So you can more or less also put yourself in a different situation with different triggers and incorporate other things because they may trigger other aspects within you that you may not know. So keep going to unfamiliar territories and accept that you wanted to enjoy the dance of being there. And know that for choosing those, to go headstrong to those situations, is what makes you respectable within this reading, for sure. And also generally in Capricorn respect, I would say. You know, the fact that you are very diligent at work, and a lot of you get a lot of respect from other coworkers on how you work, because there's just an honor in how you work that doesn't infringe on other coworkers. They like it. They enjoy it. It's a mutual form of respect. And, you know, that's like integrated maybe to what it means to be heavy in the influence of Capricorn, right? And plus and minus then some. Anyway, yeah, it's not that I'm not feeling it. It's just I don't know if... It's not about triggering the wrong things. I just don't want to trigger shit that's been on repeat. That's mostly what it is. If it's been on repeat, then I'm not interested to trigger that shit for you, because that just means you're not moving yourself from a situation. You're not making the environment any different. So the mantra will just keep going. Like, It's like taking a horse. You can take the horse to water and you can't make it drink, right? You can lead the horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So, with that being said, I'm wishing you a wonderful morning and or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space. And may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Take care.